Easiest 5 marks ever, higher tier GCSE. We're told here are two right angled triangles. We're given that tan of E equals tan of F. Find the value of X. Well, what is tan of E? Well, we know tan of an angle is always the opposite divided by the adjacent. In this case, labeling our triangle, we know H is always directly opposite the right angle. H is our hypotenuse. O is always opposite the angle we're given or finding. So here, opposite angle E, therefore that's my O, and whatever's left is our A, i.e. adjacent angle. Hence, tan of E, O over A, in this case, is going to be X divided by A, which in this case is 4X minus 1. And that's equal to tan of F. Again, same principle, label H, O, and A. Well, H is the hypotenuse, the longest side, which is always directly opposite the right angle. O is always opposite the angle you're given or finding. So opposite angle F, this is my O, and therefore whatever's left is my A, i.e. adjacent angle. And again, we're told tan of E is equal to tan of F. And again, tan is O over A. So in this case, O is 6X plus 5 over A, which in this case is 12X plus 31. As I want to find the value of X, I know I'm solving. If I'm solving and I've got a fraction equal to a fraction, I can simply cross multiply. Hence, top left multiplied by bottom right. If you've got two terms, always place that inside single brackets. Here I'm going to have X multiplied by in single brackets 12X plus 31. And that's going to equal to multiply my opposite diagonal. If you've got two terms, always place that inside single brackets. Hence, I'm going to have 4x minus 1 multiplied by, in brackets, 6x plus 5. Expanding my single bracket on the left-hand side. Whatever's directly outside, I multiply by each term directly inside. Here, x times 12x will give us 12x squared. And x times positive 31 will give us plus 31x. On the right-hand side, I've got double brackets. Expand my double brackets. I got 4x multiplied by 6x. That will give us 24 lots of x squared. I've got 4x times positive 5. That will give us plus 20x. I've got negative 1 times 6x will give us negative 6x. And negative 1 times 5 will give us negative 5. Leaving the left-hand side of my equation alone. Here I've got 12x squared plus 31x. Simplifying, i.e. collecting like terms on the right-hand side. I've got 24x squared, no other term ending in x squared. I've got plus 20x, subtract 6x. They're like terms, they both end in single x. Well, 20 subtract 6 will give us plus 14 lots of x. And I've still got negative 5. As I've got more positive x squared on the right, I'm going to bring every term across to the right. If you move a term across an equal sign, it changes sign. So the opposite add 12x squared is subtract 12x squared from both sides. Likewise, the opposite add 31x is I'm going to subtract 31x from both sides. On the left-hand side, 12x squared take away 12x squared will cancel. 31x take away 31x will cancel, leave us with 0. On the right-hand side, I've got 24x squared subtract 12x squared. We'll simplify to give us 12 lots of x squared. Positive 14x subtract 31x. We'll simplify to give us negative 17x. And I've still got negative 5. As I'm solving and my quadratic now equals to 0, I can now apply the quadratic formula. When solving a quadratic, you should always get two solutions. Taking the positive in front of the root, I get x equals 5/3. Taking the negative in front of the root, I get x equals negative 1/4. Going back to the question, it says find the value of x. Hence, I know one solution is valid. Here, what does x represent? Well, it's a length. I can never have a negative length. Hence, my only solution is x equals 5/3.